Welcome to the latest edition of Between Two Great Lakes. I'm Adam Zaremski, and today I'm joined by my coworker, Danny Preeb. We're here at Riches on Niagara Street to talk with Jessica English, Manager, Sustainability and Health and Authenticity. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, nice to see you.
You too. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, so we're at Riches because Riches has been a longtime partner and supporter of Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper. We've had your team out at cleanups and tours, and we wanted to stop by and chat about this ongoing partnership, as well as learn more about Riches and its Generations of Good initiative, which is another commitment by Riches to the Western New York community. So first, if you want to introduce yourself, talk a little about your role here at the community or the organization.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm Jessica. I've been with the company for nearly 8 years now. Originally mostly in the innovation space, actually quite heavily that was focused on sustainability as well. And I really transitioned from really understanding the front end of innovation and sustainability in food tech and how could I really work more on the activation side of that. So that led me over to the Generations of Good team, which is our responsible business strategy here at Riches. And so been a part of the team for 1.5 years now, really focused on greenhouse gas emission reductions, how we can really divert more food waste and donate, as well as composting and other initiatives instead of diverting to landfill. And then also working a lot on education and awareness for both our internal, external stakeholders. So finding ways to help, our associates better understand what the Generations of Good strategy means and how can they be a part of it and really build that on year over year.
That's impressive. And that's, coming from a company 80 plus years in existence.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little about Riches too, and then how it came
great.
to be and how this Generations of Good became into being?
Can do, yeah. So Riches is a family-owned and privately held global frozen food manufacturer. So we operate now in actually over 110 countries, which is wild to think. But yeah, we've been 80 years here and with our world headquarters in Buffalo. So it's been really amazing to kind of be a part of that journey and hear of others and how Riches has been such a big part of our community throughout the years. We actually started out developing the first plant-based frozen whipped topping. That was kind of our claim to fame in the 40s. But now we span a significant range of products. Honestly, it's actually over 4,000 product codes at this point, from cakes and icings to pizza crusts, donuts, desserts, seafood and appetizers, you name it. We probably have a product in that category. But really, we sell across a lot of different channels. So we sell in the food service space. So we have our products in restaurants. We have our products in college campus cafeterias. We're in in-store bakeries at your local grocery store. And we also have a few consumer brands. So in the frozen food section at your grocery store, you might see Farm Rich, which is our breaded appetizers and different products. We have CPAC, our frozen seafood, as well as my absolute favorite, which is Carvel ice cream cakes. So if you're from the Northeast...
how can you go wrong with that, right?
You know what it's like. Even
That's the good stuff.
As a February birthday, I still request my Carvel ice cream cake for my birthday. But we often say, Riches is the brand behind the brand. Many of us many people don't know Riches by name, but you guarantee you've had our products before. As it relates to Generations of Good, we've had a sustainability strategy for a long time, but recognizing there's more than just one component of a responsible business strategy. So for Generations of Good, we really have 3 key pillars of work, which is renewing planet, which is that sustainability component, nourishing plates, which is all about food safety and quality, along with expanding, product innovation in our portfolio, and prioritizing people, which is all about putting people first and our associates, as well as community impact. So that's where a lot of the connection is with Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper as well, as we look at our planet pillar and our water preservation efforts and our community impact side on putting people and our prioritizing people and really just connecting the dots across sustainability and community impact and knowing that those always usually go hand in hand.
Do you know if that's something that was easy to establish? Because a lot of times some of that stuff can, for a private business, maybe fall to the wayside because they have to focus on other things. And, taking that deep commitment towards the community, towards these responsible initiatives, it seems like that was pretty easy to get moving forward here.
It was. And, I think it's always part of our DNA and our culture. Riches is always about, really doing what's right. That's kind of our key our key core value, and doing what's right. And for Riches, especially, in our local communities, there's a lot of connection there. And we really want to make sure that we're good local stewards and that we work with the right partners who are the experts and can actually drive us and help us make the right decisions.
Do you want to highlight each of those areas of focus?
Yeah, so Renewing Planet is absolutely all about our sustainability and environmental strategy efforts. So really focused, again, on our greenhouse gas emissions reductions and what can we do from our operations to really reduce that across the board. Different key initiatives there, whether it's food waste, like we said, or waste in general, how we can approach optimization at our plants to reduce our energy usage, through to, again, water preservation. Each local market where we operate has different needs and expectations. We're not all the same. So thinking about India, and our India team already has a really advanced water strategy where we're really working on the US side now to really build that up and really understand what does that look like from a stronger strategy. So we're actually looking towards our different regions to learn from each other, which is great too, and ultimately building up an overarching enterprise strategy to support all.
That's cool. I hadn't thought of that. The idea of you're looking over to across the world, and here we are in the Buffalo headquarters, and you're able to bring that home and help out here.
And I think that's what's really cool about working for a global company is you have this ability to feed and learn off of each other. Even our Latin American markets and Mexico, they're already doing a ton of amazing work in sustainability efforts as well. And again, each market is different and their needs are different. Their environment is different. Their customer and consumer demands are different. So we all kind of have to focus on different things, but ultimately this leads back up to that enterprise level strategy, which is generations of good.
Jess, so what's an example for generations of good doing good and changing locally within the Buffalo community? Are there any examples that you might be able to point to highlight that?
The last few years especially, we've done a lot with Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper as it relates to, I think it's called the Spring Sweep, right? Mm-hmm. And so each year we've been doing a lot of volunteer efforts. A couple years ago, we were cleaning up at the Skajakwada near Amherst Street behind Wegmans. This past year, we were actually able to do it on Niagara Street where we work. And I think what was so exciting for me anyway in that perspective was getting to see the associates volunteer and recognize the impact that they were having right outside the doors of their work, right outside the doors of the office. I mean, cleaning up trash and debris and everything that was out on Niagara Street and right near the river. That's a big thing too, is recognizing, the wind and how that carries that into the river. I think there was some really aha moments for a lot of people on the impact it could have.
Yeah, I would love to just commend Riches. I feel like anytime we've been able to really connect with the associates here, it's been 110% effort that they've given. It's been incredible to see the team of folks that are on staff here that go above and beyond to work with and learn about the work that Waterkeeper is doing. I mean, us being able to have the opportunity to educate some of the employees here about, hey, this is what's going on in your local waterways, in your watershed, and how that impacts not only our watershed here, but the whole Great Lakes system and beyond. It's been really impactful.
Oh my gosh, Danny, can we talk about how you just helped us also have, I joke, I call it a field trip, so it made it feel like it was like a school field trip, but we were able to take the Generations of Good team out on a field trip over to Hoyt Lake with the Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper, kind of giving us a tour of the waterways, helping us and again, that education piece. Like, I learned so much. I'm kind of embarrassed, but maybe others don't know this as well. I had no idea that the Skajakwada was buried. And I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm in shock and embarrassed that, I didn't know that.
There's a ton of stuff, just starting here in the last couple of years, you learn all that, where it's buried, where it's that actually is part of Hoyt Lake and all this, and where it goes. It's wild.
So that was so wild for me to learn about that. And then not to mention, harmful algal bloom. And, just how the impact of rain can really bring down nutrients and kind of bring them into the water, which causes the harmful algal bloom and so it's just little tidbits of information that I'm even getting each time we connect. It sticks with you. So that's been really fun.
I love to hear that. Absolutely.
That's another thing, going back to volunteering that you just said, and it just made me smile really big because we have an awesome group of associates here, and it really has a lot to do with Riches itself. Again, core to our values is about really being a part of our own community, and Riches giving us the space to do that. So giving us the opportunity to take time away to volunteer for these initiatives is huge. And it's just, it's something that I'm always so lucky when I reflect on it that we get to do that.
How do you think that was built? I know a lot of companies struggle with creating a sense of community and collaboration and participation within their associates and creating that sense of culture. What has been some key aspects for how that's worked well for Riches? Because it is working very well.
Again, it goes back to Rich's culture, our associates, and like what we care about, and just the acceptance from our leadership, and again, top down too, like helping them them letting associates know it's okay to do this and we want you to do this, and we all care about these initiatives and we care about our community. So that goes back when we talk about how we partner with our community, and like looking at, we have kind of 3 areas that we focus on, and how we show up, which is through connecting, which is all about the volunteer piece. Convening, which is kind of how do we bring associates into different boards and into different opportunities with working with our partners so they can kind of share their expertise and help in some way. And then connect, convene, and contribute. And obviously that's the financial piece. How can we support? I mean, we are really focused on being a trust-based relationship, partner. We look to, again, our Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper, we want to financially support. What's best for our community. You're the experts, and that relates to our waterways and our watershed. So how do we do that? That's kind of a really cool piece to see, is like, we're not dominating that discussion. We're saying best. And I think that's always kind of great to see as well.
Yeah, I will say that has been a huge change maker in Waterkeeper and our partnership, being able to have the investment that Riches has made in Waterkeeper's work, and have you guys have the trust in us to say, here's the dollars, put them where they need to be used most, when they need to be used most. It makes our work possible. It really, truly does.
There's a lot of good partnerships. I think that's what a Waterkeeper motto is. Like, we're not doing all the work either.
Yeah.
We're bringing in other organizations, agencies. So, like, reaching out to community groups and businesses such as Riches.
Exactly. Let's all bring our best foot forward and do it together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Did you want to highlight any more within the Generations of Good? There's the Nourishing Plates part of it. And
man, easy to kind of go off base, but going back to the pillars. Yeah, so Nourishing Plates, again, food safety and quality is and core to our business. It's critical. It's mission critical. It's a table stake. We have to have that. Understanding what do consumers want and what do they not want in their foods, and so really kind of being on top of that and making sure that we're always looking forward to the future and what our needs are from our customers and consumers, and identifying and innovating new products that really meet those needs. Longer term, I think we'll see a lot more, not just for Riches, but all food companies focused on sustainable innovation of food. And what does that look like? Is there upcycling? Is there, different usage or different packaging innovations? Again, connecting all the dots, again, back to sustainability in some way as well.
That could be exciting to work on all that, just to see like a forward progress towards betterment.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun, obviously, too, just in food tech trends, right? Like, food is fun. And so
food
that's,
is fun. I like
it
that.
is. And so, like, it's always something interesting that, different startup companies are working on, or large companies, and kind of the different partnerships that are happening there as well. You see different companies working with farmers, or, again, partnering along that supply chain to kind of see if there's new innovation that can be had. And then lastly, prioritizing people. So we kind of see this, it's two-pronged. Prioritizing people has putting people first, which is really all about the people. It has a lot to do with our associates. It has a lot to do with our customers and our partners, and really just understanding being valued and treating everyone, having inclusivity. And then community impact. I mean, obviously we have kind of that twofold piece with community impact, which is our Bettering Our Communities funding and our Rich Family Foundation. So two-prong approach to areas and how we can support our communities around us, not just at Buffalo, but again, operating in over 110 countries. How can we support that across all of our local communities?
110 countries, wow.
That's wild.
Absurd, right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
To have our products across that many places.
And it all started here, Buffalo.
All started in Buffalo.
That's cool.
I know.
Have you volunteered at some of the events we've had?
You betcha.
Which ones? Have you been at the Spring Sweep?
So yes, I've done the Spring Sweep for the last couple of years, which has been really fun. And, I should say, fun and hard work.
True.
And then also just like, what are even the words? It's so shocking to see how much trash is picked up. I mean, I even looked back last year, or this past year, I should say, 2025, I think it was April, we picked up over, I think it was 550 pounds in 2 hours.
Just
along
on Niagara Street.
Just on Niagara Street. I mean, that's wild.
It's impactful. It's
Yes.
so impactful.
It is. And the Skajakwada too, I think, all of it, seeing it happen and seeing it cleaned up after, I think it's incredible to be a part of that. And I will say for me specifically, I care so much about the Niagara River. I mean, Rich is, again, so lucky to be on this waterway and to try and, again, be our best selves and the best steward to this waterway. On my lunches, I go walk down to the waterway, and I'm a big bird watcher. So, like, migration season, you get to see all the waterfowl come through. There's so much wildlife around. I mean, it's incredible. And that's not possible without the work that Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper is doing and, just our community, everyone pitching in and being a part of that to make sure that waterway stays clean for ourselves and for the animals around us.
What birds do you look for when you're out there?
Oh, man.
What do you see?
Great question.
Because we have a lot of birders in our group, and I know,
Okay.
I often will have a question if I get a photo and I'm trying to think, what bird is this? And I have a lot of resources, but it's always fun talking to other people who are out there.
I love a common tern. So I think that's what it's called.
There's the one that dive right in the water, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
they do. Well, and so does a cormorant, which is also so cormorants as well. And they're just such a cool, and they're constantly, they dive in and then they pop back up and then they just keep floating along the river. And then they go fly and then go up the river again, dive, and then just keep floating. I mean, what a fun life to be a bird.
Just to cruise around, float, dive in the water.
So, yeah, I mean, it's such a meditative moment to kind of pause in the middle of my day during lunch to go walk down there, see that, and then come back, and I'm refreshed and ready to get on with my 1 p.m. meeting.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But again, just this connection to it. Oh, even I will say we have starlings, again, invasive bird species, but still beautiful to look out the window. And again, it's just reminding you this isn't just your office. Like, we are connected to everything around us. And I think just taking that pause and taking that moment throughout the day, looking out the window, it helps ground you and remind you of that.
Water has a way to bring us all together. Yeah.
I love that. Yes, it does.
Well, Jessica, thanks for your time today. We appreciate it. I hope you find a lot of good birds when you're out there walking, and we look forward to future partnerships with Riches.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adam and Danny.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks to our mission partners, Rich Family Foundation, Miller Construction, and Next Tier Bank for supporting our work throughout the year. To learn more about becoming a corporate partner with Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper, visit bnwaterkeeper.org/corporate partnerships. Thanks again for listening. Be well and do good.